Join me today for a BattleTech Novella review, Hounds at Bay by Geoff Swift, available in print in the Fortunes of War Volume 2 collection. This is the Geek Cabal channel. If you've not been here before, my name is Bobbie, and today we're going to be reviewing a BattleTech Novella. In print form, it's available in Fortunes of War Volume 2. There's two stories in here. I haven't read the second one yet. This is the first one. The story is Hounds at Bay by Geoff Swift. And if you haven't seen the videos before here, I'll try to do a non-spoilery part before I get to the spoiler part. And I'll be clear when I'm starting the spoilers. So, in case you want to read the book for yourself. The story for yourself. Also, there's the chance if you back the Mercenaries Kickstarter that you might already have this in digital format, because I know there's a number of stories that were distributed that way, and for some reason I think these were some of them. I don't know. I don't read the digital stories they distribute that way usually, because I prefer to read them in paperback, dead tree format. But I think it's a possibility. So, I have no idea if there's a volume 3 of this yet or not, or if there will be. So, non-spoiler reviews. So I don't believe I've read any other stories by Geoff Swift, just off the top of my head. By the way, I hope I'm pronouncing his first name right. And I thought this was a decent story. As I've said before, I've not really come across any what I would call bad BattleTech stories, as in poorly written. There are occasionally things that stand out, and I think there are definitely some winners. But generally speaking, if you like BattleTech fiction in general, I haven't come across any terrible ones. I believe there's some early Dark Age novels back when WizKids was publishing them that people seem to universally dislike. I have not read them myself because I didn't read. There's a trilogy really early on. I don't remember if it's the second, third, and fourth, or third, fourth, and fifth book, but I did not read them. I heard they were bad and just skipped them entirely. So, anyway, this one, like I said, I think it's decent. The story is about 100 pages, and it follows the Coursing Hounds Mercenaries unit, who is an offshoot of the Kell Hounds. So, similar to another story I reviewed recently, the one dealing with the background of the Ghost Dogs, which would be in Fortunes of War Volume 1, and that's a story by Brian Young. So, similar to that, this takes place around the time that the Jade Falcons have basically declared all-out war against the Kell Hounds and trying to wipe them out. So that's the thrust of the story here. So the main deal is that a member of the Jade Falcon Watch has been given command over a number of mechs and elementals, and has basically been given a list of people. It's find these people, kill them, wipe out any signs of the Kell Hound legacy, and execute all this with extreme prejudice. So they invade a world in the Federated Commonwealth. No, sorry, not the Federated Commonwealth. The Lyran Commonwealth. This is well past the merging of the two and then the separation of the two. In the Lyran Commonwealth. So what is the name of that planet? Cumbres? Probably Cumbres. And so our characters are forced to deal with that and then try to escape and try to make it to a safe place ahead of the Jade Falcons. So there are several battles in the book. There's a lot of loss. If anything, this is a story. I wouldn't say it's all about loss, but a lot of characters experience loss in multiple ways, and how they handle it, kind of defines them. and I think those parts, are handled fairly well. We've got people that, at least one character that was around during the jihad, and is in the final stages of dying after being exposed to a bleakest biological weapon on Earth in Egypt. I think they call it the Pharaoh's Curse. And yeah, so like I said, there's several mech battles. There are some characters on the Jade Falcons side who kind of begin to question what they're doing because they're following Malvina Hazen, who is insane. And yeah, so then our main character, Shane, his last name, just a moment. Shane Atkins starts off the book kind of as a, sounds like kind of a smart ass, but real quickly he gets thrust into a command position due to circumstances, and he's kind of a point of view character for a lot of things. Decent character. The other characters are good too. So yeah, overall I enjoyed the story. I haven't really started rating any of these stories, so I'm not going to start now, but for the kind of story it is, it's pretty good. Short, obviously, like I said, it's about 100 pages. There's like 12 pages of BattleTech pictures. Because if you've stumbled across this and never read any of the current BattleTech books, they put artwork for all the various battle mechs that are in each story. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 pages of these. So there's a lot of varied units in this. Didn't really impact the story much. Just, getting to see different mechs in action. There's nothing super special about it, just worth noting. But, yeah, like I said, you get to see a little bit of things from the Jade Falcon perspective, people carrying out orders that at their core, they question them, and some of them go a little bit farther than questioning. Some realizations of how to deal with Malvina Hazen and survive. And then from the other side is running and gunning, trying to make it out of there and make it to wherever the Kell Hounds are meeting up. So overall, I'd recommend it. It takes place in 3147. I want to say, just double check that to make sure. It starts at 3146 and stretches into 3147. So it's all pre-Ill Clan, towards the end of the Dark Age. And primarily in the Lyrian Commonwealth, a little bit of Jag into the Jade Falcon occupation zone, and then off to parts unknown. But yeah, overall, I like the story. I would recommend it. And if you are interested in the print format, there will be an Amazon affiliate link down below, in case you don't know how it works. If you buy them, it doesn't change the price or anything all like that, but we do get a commission on the sale, essentially. Yeah, and there's other places to buy them too. It's just if you so choose, not gonna beg, not gonna try to pressure. That's entirely on you. And like I said, you might have it digitally, and so. But overall, I would say it's worth checking out. Now, here's where we're gonna get into spoilers. Not a whole lot of spoilers. It's gonna be a fairly short video, but spoiler-wise. Okay, so our main character is Shane. I guess his name is Shane. Yeah, unfortunately for real short stories, I don't remember the characters' names very well because I don't know if we'll ever see them again. So our Shane Atkins, something comes up. The company's ordered to muster, getting their battle mechs. And he's like, it's another drill. And the commander's like, hollering at him. And the Helm comes over, it's just a drill. And he's like, I told you. So he goes to visit his brother in the hospital early on. His brother is, if I had to guess, is supposed to be some kind of autism at play, somewhere on the spectrum. And apologies if that's not the correct terminology for that. That's how I understand it goes. I'm not trying to offend anyone if that's the incorrect terminology. But he's reading like 4 books at once. I think it's 4. Similar to in the first Hellboy movie, where you first meet Abe Sapien, and he's got the book set up, and he reads one, the next one, the next one, the next one, then turns all the pages, and has problems, being around bunches of people and stuff like that. It's the whole reason he's in the hospital, because it's a controlled environment, take care of him, he's not sick or anything, just it's easier on him. And while he's there, the commander that was giving him trouble earlier, he hears a commotion down the hallway. His wife died trying to deliver their baby, who also died, and he's losing it. He's trying to console him any way he can. Never expected to see him like that, Then one of the militia members shows up. Her grandfather is there, or uncle, I don't know how they're related. He's the guy who I mentioned has survived the Blakist attack in Egypt and is now dying from the biological weapon he was exposed to. He's the founder, or one of the founders of the Coursing Hounds. Again, sorry. Yeah, Coursing Hounds. And so he's there, and he's going through convulsions, like it was basically being dissolved from the inside very slowly. And then the Jade Falcons show up, because Jade Falcon, like I said, Jade Falcon watch guys, give them a list of names, find these people, kill them, kill their descendants, burn it all down, salt the earth. And yeah, so they take a bunch of civilians hostage, and they tell everyone, we're only here for information. If you attack us, we'll kill the civilians. And someone that probably didn't receive the communication opens fire, and then the elementals just incinerate a whole bunch of civilians. And at least one of the elementals has a real problem with this. She is a former Clan Wolf person, and is like, you people have lost the plot. So she doesn't go in for a whole lot more of the atrocities, and in fact, in the, I think, second or third jump, ends up jumping ship and joining in with the Coursing Hounds. So basically, at that point, they realize what's going on. They try to rally everyone they can, get to the drop ship, and get out of there. And they get, every person that's related to them. They evacuate the hospital, because it's named for them, the Kell Hounds people. And so they figure the clan's probably going to destroy it too, just out of spite. So they get aboard the dropship and they go for it. And then the watch commander has to stay. He's got to destroy a bunch of stuff. And so they get a lead on him. He's trying to figure out where they're going. And by this point, they've also received a message from Kalindra Kell, basically saying, hey, look, the Jade Falcons put a big target on us. We got to get out of here. And it's a cryptic telling them where to meet without saying explicitly where they're supposed to meet. And they have to, the jump ship, the nav computer's slagged, so Shane's, sorry, it is Shane, right? Yeah, Shane's brother has to actually calculate the jump, but he needs astronavigation data. So whenever they go to the next planet, they've got to try to scour, get a bunch of data, this kind of thing. And the watch commander brings everyone together, and he's like, where do you think they're going next? And one of them points out, well, I think they're going to go attack a Jade Falcon world, because these people don't act like rational people like we would expect, and this is the kind of thing they would do, plus they could hurt us and get supplies at the same time, which is what they do. Then they don't get everything they need on that planet. Second jump, the Jade Falcons lay a trap for them there, and between the two, this is where a whole bunch of people buy the farm. There's some older Kell Hounds with their mechs. They buy it. Several members of the command staff. The commander who lost his kid, he buys it on the second world. And they're down to very few mech warriors and battle mechs by the time they make the last jump, which is to one of the planets that's relevant to the Kell Hounds coming into conflict with the clans for the first time. And there's some monument there, and that's where they bury the gentleman who died or the Blakest attack. Tell you what, let me get his name real quick. It's Lawrence Chambers, and they bury him there. Well, they can't bury him there. They put his casket there and pile rocks on him. It's a cairn, I think that's how you pronounce it, and leave a testament to him. And Shane vows to come back when they can put a proper stone there for him and everything. And then they find the data card that tells them where to go, and they jump, trying to get begin the process of getting there. And along the way, their dropship got damaged. They lost a lot of the food. They had to start rationing, and things look very bleak by the end of the story. In fact, by the time they get to where their ultimate destination is, most of the bridge crew is unconscious or dead. Most of the people aboard the ship are unconscious because they've completely run out of food. And I think 17 people end up dying at that point. Shane wakes up in the hospital thinking he's been captured, so name, rank, serial number, and the guy's like, no, you don't understand. Like you're safe. We rescued you. And he asks, how many people made it, and they tell him 17 died. Most of them made it. They think they're going to recover. And starts crying because he's basically the one in the command now. Because the last act of the gentleman was to promote everyone and puts Shane in charge of the whole unit. And then another ship, the epilogue is another ship shows up there and sees the monument to Lawrence, and so he becomes a symbol of hope instead of a symbol of loss. So yeah, overall, like I said, good story. Packs a lot in for 100 pages, a lot of action, and a little lore here and there. Overall, I think it's worth a read. I'll let you know how the second story goes once I finish it. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. But that's about all I've got to say on this one. So like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you like what you heard here, check out the other book, short story, and novella reviews I've done for BattleTech. A lot of them at this point. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Sharing and commenting are the ways we help grow the channel. We always appreciate it. Subscribing, obviously, the name of the game here on YouTube. And appreciate everyone that helped us get over the 500 subscriber hump a couple months ago. And yeah, hopefully we keep chugging along and everyone stays with us. And should imagine we'll be picking up some new books at Gen Con, which from my filming of this will be a week from now. Last year they had some books on sale, like buy two get one free. I don't know if there's any more recent books that I don't have already. I just haven't read them, so I might just be buying a bunch of issues of Shrapnel, because I only have the first two and I've only read the first one. But we'll see what's there, see what's on sale, and definitely keep an eye out for videos. The in-depth stuff will be after Gen Con, but I'll probably try to film something at the end of each day, just a brief, hey, here's what I picked up, make some notes of some things, and then I'll have my more in-depth stuff, and I'll try to put those up as I can. Kind of a balancing act between filming the video, editing the video, posting the video, and needing to sleep. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just keep an eye out for that. And I anticipate having at least one more BattleTech video before Gen Con. Plan on doing a, hey, here's what I plan on trying to pick up at Gen Con type video. Complete with pictures and all that fun stuff. So, anyway, that's all I've got for you folks. So, just remember, no guts, no galaxy.